Hello, have you ever tried the Cal AI app? Well, it's a very popular app in which you can take a picture of your food and it can identify the food and track the calories. If you want to know how to make an app like that, please continue watching. This is Jay Techie, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, comment on this video, and without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to be showing you how to do this with Codex. And so what we're going to be doing is making a app with the core functionality of identifying food items inside pictures and listing the calories. Alright, so I've actually already created this application using Codex, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through how I did this. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually, what you do is you type in a prompt first and you select your project, and also you select and you hook it up in the environment to your repository on GitHub. And I've gone ahead and done those things. And after you do that, you can type a prompt instructing how to create the application. And I'm gonna go back in time to show you guys how I prompted it. So what I did was, here's my first prompt. So on this side is the prompt I instructed the application, the Codex, to build. And so I'll quickly skim through this. Scaffold a complete Node, Next.js, React, Tailwind, TypeScript starter app with config scripts and building tools for a production ready baseline. And so it's going to have a UX with file validation, image preview, load state, and user friendly error handling. And it's going to have added nutrition result card, added food history, and implemented mock AI analysis API. And I'm going to be using the Open AI to be able to analyze the image. And then, so with this kind of app, I will have to install it with npm install and then run the npm run build to actually run the application. And so I kicked that off and it made the initial application, and I had to follow up with a couple more prompts, and I'll go ahead and show you guys those prompts that I also followed up with. Alright, so with the original prompt, I actually told it to go ahead and make a mock-up of the UI, and it did not hook up the actual API to contact OpenAI's AI model to analyze the food yet. So in order to do that, I did a follow-up prompt in which I said add OpenAI vision feature for the real data. So the first version used fake data, fake mockup data, and so this is basically what I said at where I said now go ahead and add the OpenAI vision feature to fill in real data based on the image instead of mock data. And so it went ahead and did that, and I went ahead and it made a file where I can enter my API key. It's a .env file, which is a good security practice to keep your your API private, your API key private. And so that's how that worked, and it did successfully add that. And let's explore the couple other prompts I had to do in order for it to complete. So I had to troubleshoot an error that was coming up, and so here's the next task. And so in this screenshot, it was saying this error, we couldn't process this image right now, please try again. And then we had this analysis error down here, and I had Codex look into it, and it had to I had to I had to work with it a little while longer, but it actually came up with the solution. So after this final prompt here is when it started working, and it actually had that error that it needed to work on fixing, and finally it worked after that. And in order to use this Codex Cloud's code, you have to submit the PR, the pull request, to GitHub, and then you get on GitHub and you approve the merging of the code, and then after that you can download the code to your machine. And so, all right, so there is a completed application on my running on my local machine, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that. Just real quick, I've already been playing with this for a little while, but I downloaded the code to my Visual Studio Code editor, and then in order to run the application, you will have to run the command npm install and then npm run dev. And you see where I have npm run dev here in the terminal window in the project. And so now I can go ahead and access the web page of that application at this URL at I'm sorry, it was the localhost 3000, and it's actually this URL right here. And I'll bring up the application now. Alright, so as you can see, I now have the localhost 3000 running, and this is what the application looks like. Snap your meal, get instant calorie and macro estimates. NutriLens is a premium mobile first experience inspired by modern AI wellness products. And so it is also mobile friendly, where the size adjusts accordingly. And so now you can see where it says upload food photo, and now I can upload a photo of food and it will predict the actual calories and identify the food. And this is meant for you to do with your meals to track your calorie intake. And I will show you the first meal or food that I will upload. Okay, so here's the first dish that I have uploaded, and now after that I hit the analyze button here, and let's see what it comes up with. Alright, so it's spaghetti bolognese, and it is 600 calories, protein 30g, carbs 75g, fat 20g. And alright, and then that goes into my food history, and then let's go ahead and upload the next image. Alright, so I went ahead and uploaded the next image, and now let's see what it does. Okay, so we have broccoli, 55 calories, 4.7 g protein, 11.2 g carbs, zero point 0.6 fat, and it added there to my food history there as well. All right, let's upload one more food and see what it does. All right, and everybody knows what this is, but let's see if our app can successfully identify it. All right, so it successfully identified the cheeseburger, 500 calories, 30 g protein, 40 g carbs, and 25 g fat. And so I scanned the broccoli twice here, and so that is not an error. I actually did that. So the app is actually working good. And yeah, you should go ahead and have Codex make you one of these apps as well, or any app similar that you want to make. All right, this is what I wanted to show you guys today. And again, this is J Techie, and go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And as always, peace.